Hey everyone, how are you doing out there? It's we're all here having fun, enjoying my nice, clean, shaven face.
Shush.
Yeah,
I'll have to trim mine up a little bit before I go into Walmart. I got to make sure my mask is sealed nice and tight.
yeah. I enjoyed the comment I got on Facebook from my wife.
Oh, it was special.
Yeah. So let's see who we got out here in the side here. All right. Evil Twin is in the shadows again.
As always.
Bedtime Stories of Charles is up in the observation post. And let's see. Southern, as you can see, Southern Ohio prepping is here, but not really here. He's over there. He's over there somewhere.
Yep.
Uncle Al's here. Phelan Clan Wolf. I'm in the house. Not really. I'm just outside practicing social distancing. All right. Michael 58's here. Loaves and Fishes Life is here, listening and making dinner. Blue Healer's here. Hey. Butch from Sand Hollow Homestead is here. Popped in for a minute. And Brastard 7.62 is here. That's all what we got so far. All righty. So tonight's topic, I was hoping I talked to Michael from Asymmetrical Preparedness earlier this week. He said he was going to try to come on if he had bandwidth to do it. He was going to check, and I sent him a couple links to try to check to see if he could do it coming in through StreamYard, because that sometimes it's easier than him trying to go live himself from his own phone or his own computer. But I guess he's busy. Huh?
Looks like Al's ready to go kick some butt. He's got the Michael Jackson glove on.
No, I got arthritis and this hand just keeps it warm.
And White Family's here. Hi, guys. And so if he happens to show up, he'll show up. Will was a little tired. He after his live stream, he may or may not try to come in here. And not sure what Scott's doing, but he's down there. He made his trip. I know he made his trip too. Yesterday to Phoenix to pick up all his daughter's stuff, and made it back and didn't get stopped by the highway patrol in either state. So it seems like they're really enforcing Governor Nuisance edict of no travel.
Of course, why not?
That's right, guys. Just keep ignoring the.
Yep. Look at Florida.
Yeah, well, Florida's worse.
It's getting so bad down in Florida that people in office are fighting amongst themselves over whether or not they should do anything or not.
Yeah. Well, the governor down there finally issued the edict, which they had written up for several days, which she was supposed to do until everybody showed up at the beach, and they're like, "Oh crud, what do we do now?" Hey, Heaven's Essentials, how's it going?
Hello, Julie.
And so, anyways, we're gonna the topic tonight I thought was rather apropos for what's anytime actually is apropos. What is a prepper? And are you one, but just don't know it or don't realize it?
Me no prepper.
No, I'm not a prepper. I don't dance and I don't drink the soda. Okay.
Oh, I should have put that up there. Be a pepper.
Okay. This is the book. The definition book on preppers is by Lydia King. This is a college kind of text. The prepper, and this goes back to the 40s about people prepping. It covers everybody from the Mormons to the first A bombers. Remember in the 50s, everybody were building bomb shelters.
Mm-hmm.
This covers everything up to Y2K and beyond. So please check this one out. It's by Linda King. I've been showing this, I think, 1.5 years on my channel for a long time.
Okay. So hang on a second. I'm going to look that up on YouTube here. Not YouTube, on Amazon.
It could be already sold out.
Yeah. Well, let's see what it says here. Amazon. And what was the name of it again?
Preppers, history and cultural if you could see that, Gil,
Hey, Prepper's History.
and cultural phenomena.
ULPUR cultural. Yeah, let's see what it says here. Does it come up with anything in it? Yeah, it's on there. There's a paperback is $6.85, only 5 left in stock with $3 shipping, or $7.95 for the Kindle
Hardback.
edition.
Oh, it's Kindle now?
Yeah, Kindle edition for $7.95. So I'm gonna throw this up here real quick here, just for laughs and giggles. What came up with it? So there's the book. It had going off grid, living off grid, beginner's guide to off grid living, and then there's the book, and right below it, the Boy Scout Handbook, first edition.
I got that.
The ultimate preppers.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, Tibor. Hey, Gunslinger. So, question, Uncle Al. So,
Yes.
what does she go through all the different names preppers have been given?
I believe so. It's been
going through all the self-reliant group, the survivalists, all the sorts of things.
Every ugly name under the sun, and including some ones that we cannot repeat on the air.
Yeah.
Smacked.
She has an index. It does cover everybody. Even she got a section for Joseph Stalin.
Oh, man.
I thought that was funny as hell. I'm not kidding. See, Joseph Stalin.
Why are we associated with him? That should be Hillary Clinton associated with him.
I think there's Hillary in there too. We got Kennedy and we got Rachel Carson. We got a whole bunch of it, and it just covers everything. And also, their index is really good. This is just page 4 of the index.
That's a big index.
They have a lot of information and also websites too. And I'm not kidding. They covered everything on this one.
All right.
From Europe, it covers FEMA, before FEMA. Let's see, Homeland Security. That
and our current
that
government.
one out.
More on.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I said that.
Don't worry.
That's right. Vicious and love. I said it.
I smacked him, so that should appease the YouTube you use.
Yeah. I should have said, "Oh, her Highness who thinks she needs to displace God."
Yeah.
Anyways,
if she tries that,
yeah, I know.
Going to be able to see me anymore. I'll be living at the Gray Barn Motel. Somebody's going to have to adopt Charles.
Now, if she tries that, all of a sudden there's going to be lightning bolts, a big flash of smoke around her.
I already asked him permission to do so. He hasn't answered me yet, but I already asked for permission to do so. So
yeah, well,
he might just go ahead and send me upon my way.
All right, here's what Julie says about her.
No,
where's one above it? Sorry, the witch.
Mm-hmm. Now, for what you guys have been chit-chatting about in side chat, and I'm only going to say this once because this is a different topic than what we're trying to do right at the moment. In about 2 hours, we'll actually hit this topic.
Yeah.
But, excuse me. On the Discord server, under the Dragon topic heading, I typed in there how to find out what is in your state and post your state in there so we can get a better accurate number, because our government ain't telling us nothing. And if you know where to look and how to look for it in your state, you can find out how many is in each county.
Yeah.
And then once we get all that, we can have Gil with his magic wizardry with
Excel
side. Yeah, he can put the numbers into a list that we can actually work with a heck of a lot easier than what we're getting out of our government.
And Heaven's Essentials answers the question of what she's up to now, what HRC is up to now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So actually, that's it. We'll be coming back at 8 o'clock Mountain Time. So just a little, 12 minutes under 3 hours from now. So after we're done with here, I'm going to take a little break, get something to eat, and then we'll be back. Okay. So along the lighter side here.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. I was thinking about, so what is a prepper, and everything. And I came up with a couple of funny things here. Okay, I'll go. I was laughing. You might be a prepper if you buy an extra of an item that's on sale. I believe you might be a prepper if you have a full chest freezer before this started. I believe you might be a prepper if your pantry was full before the nutcases started hitting the stores. And that's in here. I believe you might be a prepper if you had 2 gallon bottles of bleach before this happened.
Wide family. No, that it does not make you a prepper. That makes you a nutcase, flipping out, going all spastic, back crap, crazy.
I believe you might be a prepper if you have new clothes in your closet that you haven't worn yet.
Now that I'm thinking about it, you know what? Half the women that watch this probably have clothes they haven't worn.
I wasn't going to go there. You're going to get me just demonetized and booted. Okay. We believe you might be a prepper if you own a dehydrator or a freeze dryer or both. You might be a prepper if you have 2 or more firearms.
I take the fifth on that.
You might be a prepper if you have a garden. You might be a prepper if you already had 6 jumbo packs of TP before the virus came.
Hey, Julie, I wasn't going to hint at anything close to that comment. Never, no way. I learned a long time ago, you never talk about that subject. I would just say that they have clothes they haven't worn. All the further I was going with it, you're the one that brought that up, not me. Nope, not taking credit for it.
Yeah, Gunslinger, here it is. Here's the one in response to yours. Yeah, if you had 6 jumbo packs of TP before the virus came. Will says, I'm no stinking prepper.
Don't look. Hey, I can tell you where the key to his lock shed is. He puts it underneath the cushion to his chair because nobody looks there. Oops. Sorry, wasn't supposed to say that out
loud.
I forget who did something about you get one of those little 1 gallon garden sprayers.
Yeah.
Warm water, instant bidet, just pump it up before you use the toilet.
All right. Anyways, so I put this in here because Michael is supposed to join us. You might be a prepper if you keep your gas tank at least half full. Unlike the little meme I saw, was the person was going, "Hey, I got just under an eighth of a tank. I can make it the rest of the day."
Womp, 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 womp.
You might be a prepper if you watch The Green Wizard. You might be a prepper if you have 2 or more 4-packs of disinfectant wipes already. We believe you might be a prepper if your home has 4 or more wheels and a hitch. You might be a prepper if you agree with what we've said so far. You might be a prepper if you saved all of the old baby clothes just in case.
Guilty.
You might be a prepper if you own a water bath canner or a pressure canner or both. That would be Anthony.
I
And
did the same.
Perpetual prepared. And actually, we have the water bath. We have a huge pressure canner, but I don't think it has the plate for the. We have a huge pressure cooker. I'm not sure it has the plate that goes in the bottom to be able to use it as a canner.
What kind of a pressure cooker is it?
Presto, giant one.
Okay, that one you have to look online. They do sell a replacement plate.
Yeah. And you might be a prepper if you laughed at all those buying just toilet paper, mind you, just toilet paper and not food.
Guilty.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, you already had food. You were stocked up on food already.
Same here.
Because I already had tea.
All right. And this is the perfect one for Ron White. You might be a prepper if you store alcohol, but you don't drink.
Mama Z.
And you might be a prepper if you laughed at most of these jokes. So
Be a prepper if you have one.
Backwoodsman.
Yeah. The original prepper handbook.
All right, Jay snuck in here. Mama Z came in. So
that's the newest one.
Yeah, cool. And how many people out there get Mother Earth news? Yeah.
On my copy, somebody took it out of my house. I know who.
Yeah. But yeah, there are some really good publications out. Oh, who all out there gets one or more of the yearly almanacs? Yeah.
No, I'm old enough now that I can look outside and pretty much tell what the weather's going to be for that day.
Yeah.
I looked outside this morning and said, it's going to be a crappy day. Guess what? It's been a crappy day.
Okay, Blue Healer says, I have 90% alcohol stores, but it's for reloading.
Hold on, guys. Move. Gil, you need to move to your left. Al, you need to scooch up a little bit, and we all need to scooch out. No. Left.
Oh, go up close like this?
You need to get closer. Yes, we all need to get closer.
All right, it's just not non-social distancing.
There, y'all.
Now here's what Will wants to see. I'm disappearing. I'm going backwards.
No.
All right, hang on. Something just happened to my other computer here. Boom. There we go. I bumped the mouse.
It took a nap.
Yeah. All righty. So, how can I get from the screen? Simple. I got the special new camera here that works along the lines of the Tron camera. And so when I sneeze into it, it takes the particles, digitizes them, and then projects them out of your monitor at you.
Okay, well, turning my camera off.
Well, it doesn't stop your monitor. It's coming out your monitor, not out your camera.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I've turned all monitors facing away from me. I can no longer read the chat. And I feel sorry for my poor cat, though. She's looking at one of them. Oh, crap. It means it's going to mutate. Oh, no.
Guys, a couple things. I see. Uncle Al, you were AWOL. Will was saying you're AWOL from his stream earlier today.
Sorry. I was taking
I never got a notice. I couldn't find it anywhere.
I have a rock on a string tied to a lamb. If it's wet, it's rainy. If it's tied to a limb. If it's wet, it's rainy. If it's windy, it's swinging, it's windy. If it's gone, the tornado came through.
Yep. No, Jay, he did it for YouTube clicks. That's all it was. It was just YouTube clicks.
Yeah. Sorry, Will. I was taking a nap. It was kind of quiet and nothing really interested me on YouTube today, so I just took a nap. I finished reading Well, girl. Captain has to read this.
All right, Kathy says, I am one.
Hello, Kathy.
Well, the one who I know is definitely a prepper. Pennsylvania prepper with her dehydrating stuff. She's still going at it while she's in quarantine. So,
other preppers, those who pray, need to pray for old school prepper and her journey home.
Yes.
She has 5 days worth of travel that she is trying to make in less than 90 hours.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked out her most recent video, please do so.
Oh, that's not good, Will.
Well, yeah, that'll do it every single time.
Yeah, Dean, disconnect from your oxygen is not good at all.
Nope.
So, in prepping, there are, a lot of people do things they don't realize they're actually prepping. That's why I threw all those, you might be a prepper if things up there. So, guys in the side chat, tell me, other than those things I posted already, what might a person be prepping and not realize that they're prepping? What might they be doing that they are actually prepping, but not realizing they are prepping?
Should I go get some displays? No, I better not. You might get a strike.
No, I'm looking at Blue Healer. Actually, there was someone posted a picture on that Costco had put up on their stores. We will not be accepting returns of toilet paper, water, hand sanitizer, disinfectant wipes, and went down a list of stuff they're not going to accept returns of. Yes, they bought it. They got to keep it.
At a discount.
All right. Michael says saving building supplies. Yeah, I know a lot of people save building supplies and make cool things. Oh, if you have 2 medicine cabinets full, I take it that they're fully stocked.
I saved dumb things. See, I made this little drawer pull. Oops. With the laser thingy. So I can go really tiny too. But yeah, I saved dumb things.
They'll know it, but I'm not going to say it.
What?
Insurance.
Oh yeah, insurance.
What's that?
Well, of course, it depends on, everybody that drives is supposed to have auto insurance.
Not in Ohio now. Now in Ohio, you can drive with no license, no registration, and no insurance, and they cannot ticket you. Or, well, they're not supposed to.
Yeah. Primitive tools.
Got a couple of those. And if those don't work, I got a really big sledgehammer.
All right. Will says you're a prepper if you don't use your toilet paper, but buy more. No, that's just a hoarder. That went out yesterday in Ohio.
Hey, Jay. Yes, the answer to your question is yes. If you have more than one Bob, does that make you a prepper or just paranoid? The answer is yes.
To both.
And just
because you're paranoid doesn't mean that someone's not out after you or something's not going to happen.
The actual definition is just because you're paranoid does not make you wrong.
Yeah. Okay. So I'd like Fisher's Blows. Yes. That means that she's been watching Doc Bones and Nurse Amy.
Look at the 1 3 down from that one.
One more. Okay, I'm going to get to it. It makes you smart.
I'll be right back.
I'll be up at your place in a few hours here, Kathy.
Okay.
I'm going to barter for half of what you got.
It all depends. Do you drink or not?
No, she don't.
She don't? Then she's a prepper.
I believe she's made that comment in the past that she doesn't.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. I may have misread it.
Cans full. Yeah. Get in the shed. Uh-huh. Actually, what I need to add to my collection of stores is Everclear. I've just been joking about it. I just haven't gotten off my duff to go out and, buy, a couple gallons of it. Yes, I said gallons.
Well, some of us can't afford more than a little sippy cup size.
Yeah.
But hey, when you pick as little as I do, those little sippy cup size bottles are enough to do you in.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I got everything I need. Wouldn't even have to go to the store at all. And then it's whoops. I don't have booze though.
You might be a prepper if you get this.
Oh, here we go. All right, so yeah, 99-cent sale. Yeah, that's good. I like Kathy saying a prepper doesn't watch CNN and other news around the clock in a panic. Have a good stash of candles, lanterns, and stove. I believe you mean like a camp stove. What just happened here?
Kapoof.
Okay, that was my son texting me. That's more than I do. If you're making what's that called? Let me put it up here. Tincture. What's that?
It is what you usually put bag bombs and stuff like that into that you make at home.
Yeah.
All right.
Soothing salves and various other things. Kathy's made some, if I remember correctly. I've seen a video where she made some.
All right.
I can't remember. I think Heavens does too as well.
I think also Wayne G. or West Wind Survival. He did a salve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not adding vodka to H2O. I might add some vodka to a juice.
Yeah.
Not straight water.
So see, that's why I want to get the Everclear, because I can dilute it with water and sell it the diluted for more than I paid for the original.
Mm-hmm. Cool, White Family.
Yeah. Actually, I know in California you can get Everclear just about everywhere. They have some hardcore drinkers in California.
Yeah, you haven't been to Kentucky.
Good old boys around here.
Hey, in Kentucky, they make their own. They don't buy it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's something that'll knock you on your butt or keep you on your butt if you're sitting down when you drink it. Drink some of that homemade stuff up in the mountains.
Now, I tell a lot of people.
Well, North Star on the thing here. North Star said to Will, vape it into your O2 hose.
Oh, Lord. Well, faster. I tell a lot of people always hit your local ethnic food stores. Guess how much I paid for this?
Chickpea curry, 75 cents.
But close, add another 25 cents.
$1, huh?
Yep, dollar feeds 2 people. And it's a wet pack.
Okay, I got elderberry vodka.
That sounds good.
Now, does the alcohol take away the elderberry's properties for its being a defense against viruses?
Shouldn't, because you're not mixing a base and an alkaloid.
All right.
That'd be the only way it would destroy it.
It's like vodka and cranberry juice, right? Get that.
There we go. It jumped on me. There we go. Couple gel burner stoves and a lot of gel, several oil lamps, so it's you're definitely a prepper.
No, she's just crazy.
One of my
crazy.
So in my homestead groups, someone asked where they could get laying hens, and someone said they're in high commodity now. Good luck.
You could get chicks and you get pullets and stuff, but
yeah, it's a all right, here we go. Throw up that Jay's up here real quick.
You're just maybe insane. That's all.
Yeah.
Watch CNN and MSNBC and CBN. People like us are the ones that are insane. We're crazy. We have no idea what we're talking about. We're just waiting for the world to end.
I went dark.
In my opinion, the world's coming to an end faster than y'all believe. So, hey, be prepared, but pray first. Pray first.
Okay.
On myself, I went dark. I don't need to add any more stuff. People are doing weird stuff on prepper. I'm not a prepper. I'm a survivalist. I kept dark. I'm reading fairly good in materials. I'm reading this one.
Yeah.
This is War Baby. I'm reading the history and design factors. And also taking naps.
Yeah.
And once in a while, I'll go to my ethnic food stores. Plenty of food. They don't have toilet paper, but they have stuff like this on sale.
Okay.
A lentil pack too.
Well,
I paid
what
$1.
we're drinking is if you bring some over to my house, because I'm not leaving.
Come on. There we go. Wish list. All right. In response to what she said she wants there, I'm checking something really quick here. Where did I put it?
Neil, didn't you do an oil lamp thing?
Yep. I did a couple oil lamp things, videos on how to make oil lamps, one is how to use, one was alternate fuels for oil lamps, and one how to make a simple oil lamp. But I'm looking right here for the, okay. Yeah, like that, exactly. Let's see if I can find something real quick here. The one I wanted was gone here. The big pack. Let's see what else we got here on Amazon. Checking here real quick here. There we go. They still have them. Oh man, have the prices gone up? Holy crap, guys. All right. The prices on these things have gone up. These used to be, all right, the 4-pack used to be about $4 each. So it's gone up $20 on the 4-pack. The single one was $6 for a single one. It's gone up, $8. Jeez. Yeah. So the price on those things have gone through the roof right now.
Everything's going through the roof.
Yeah.
Well, this way, in about 3 to 6 months, you're going to see a lot of garage sales.
People, you better add 3 more months to that last number.
Yeah. Okay. 9 months.
And the people aren't going to be smart enough to hang on to it either. So you're going to see a lot of people getting rid of stuff.
Well, look at that guy in that state that bought 17,700 bottles of hand sanitizer, and Amazon said, "Heck no, you ain't selling that crap for excessive amounts here."
Yeah.
Oh, eBay told him the same thing.
Yeah.
How does he do that? He's going to have to take a loss.
Yeah. A big loss and probably a fine. You had one joker in my county that bought a whole, whatchamacallit, one of those trailers like Gil has in his backyard, containing units of toilet paper. They gave him a $10,000 fine, 3 months in jail when this is over. And also, he has to give a public service announcement not to hoard.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Come on. Work. I got on YouTube slowing down here. Hey, where did I put it? Should be getting close.
Yep.
There we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Get this up here maybe, and then I'll put it up, and then I'm going to have to step off for a minute, guys. I'll let you guys run and play.
Oh,
but
no.
Yeah.
I'm too old to go play. I just
sit here and
watch.
Like I said, guys, T-Board made a good suggestion by Denz. I can't pronounce that as German. The lanterns, try to get the old ones before they went to China to be manufactured. The old ones used to be made in Germany, in Hamburg. which is still good. I have three
Yeah.
guard those things with my life.
Yeah, I know I'm missing some great chat. I'm looking about the Dietz lanterns and stuff.
Yeah, they're made in China, unfortunately, because
Yeah.
That would be absolutely hilarious. Somebody going to buy toilet paper clicks on a link.
All
They
right.
commit to buying it, and it's now $2,000. Yay!
Okay.
Haha, fools.
All right, guys. I'm going to be back in a minute, so take it and run with it.
let's see what else is on the chat. Yeah.
Sheltering in place. Yeah. That is prepper mentality. I've been doing it since before it hit too hard in the U.S.
Yeah, ditto here. Okay, everybody.
It's really not hard for me to shelter in place because I don't have a car. Hey, where are you going today? Nowhere. How about tomorrow? Same. Next week? Pretty much the same thing. I ain't going nowhere. Sitting right here on my butt.
Yeah.
Dietz lanterns at Lehman's.
Yeah, that could be the Chinese one. Because I had an old barn lantern that I got off of whatchamacallit, garage sale, and it's the big one. Dave, you know what I'm talking about. It's not the air pilot, which everybody's showing on the thing. It's the big blue one. Yeah, I got that at a garage sale. I paid $12 for it, and I got it now back to working, and it looks good. And that thing will burn up to 16 hours.
This is a small reproduction of the old hurricane lanterns.
Yeah, it's called the air pilot.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is a newer version of the older ones.
Yeah.
It closely resembles the old railroad style.
Yeah.
Hello, Lori. Hello.
Hey, Lori.
We have missed thee. Wherefore art thou been hiding, young lady?
I think it's still snowing in Canada. Because Gil got rain. How's the weather over your side, Dave? Clear?
Today was clear but cold.
Hmm.
Never broke the 40s here.
Yeah, because the Northeast got hit with a blizzard.
Yeah, it skips us. It always skips us. I don't know if I'm under divine protection or what, but where I live in Ohio, every county around me can get 6 to 8 to 10 inches of snow. Where I'm at, we get 2. If we're fortunate, that's it, 2. Last couple of years where everybody else has had electrical issues or brownouts or whatever during the summer, where I live, we've had none.
Really?
So I'm under a divine protection. I thank God for it because that's the only place it can come from.
Well, be glad you're not Franklin County in Indiana. Remember I told everybody there's going to be flash flooding? Guess what happened to them?
They swimming.
Yeah. During a sheltering in place. We're swimming. We're trying to stay sheltered in place. Little hard.
Oh, Lori had a beautiful day today. Outside, melting.
Oh, that's good.
It was so nice she decided to take a nap. I would have too. But I got an 8-year-old that doesn't shut up. I mean, he's very active.
Loads and fishes, you can get the replacement globes. Just measure out the base and the size of the lantern, and you can get it online at a fairly discount price. But right now, because the shipping, it's not Amazon, you have to go do your search.
Yeah, I was actually going to order something off Amazon today, and it says not shipping to your area.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. The warehouse is in my area. How can you not ship it to my area?
Because nobody's there.
Oh, they're there. Trust me. I seen the Amazon truck go through here today. It's like, how can you not ship that if it's in a warehouse when you ship something else? And it is an essential item. It's a UV light, 30-watt UV light. So when we do go somewhere, I can stick our shoes underneath it and decontaminate our shoes.
Oh, the whole thing was glass? The bottom was metal?
Oh, I know what she's talking about. She's talking the old-fashioned style that used to be in the house. Glass base, glass flute.
Yeah, I know how to get the globes. The globes, that's the glass top upper with the chimney and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I had a few of those. I gave it to my sister. She has them now. And I told her I just repurposed one that was over 100 years old from my area and got it wick, the gears and everything working right. And then she said, I need emergency lights. So she took all 12 of mine. I don't have anything left on my shelf except for the three I got and the Gil's homemade version of it.
Hey, these might not put off a whole bunch of light, but you get two
But
or threes in the corners of a room, and you've got enough light to live by.
you know, Dave, if you put a tile mural tile, you know, you get it the hardware, put it behind it, and it bounces the light off.
What I've got is it's a outdoors cooking camp windscreen. It's the 9 panel, so it's pretty wide. So I can actually set 2 of those lights in front of it and then curve that panel up just right. I could set those in one corner of the room and actually fill my whole room with light.
Oh, good.
And the way I've got my desk and everything set up right now, if we were to lose power, obviously I'm not going to be using any equipment here. So I'll just set them here on this table, which has already got a backdrop to it. And I can put enough light in here for me and Charles to read by.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, Tibor, we have. Those work great too because some of them are run on a little old 9-volt battery.
Yep.
And actually, Tibor, the Amazon warehouse is not quite that far. It's only about 40 miles from where I'm at. As the crow flies, that is. Well, you know what, folks? If this becomes the end of the world as we know it, everybody going to be needing haircuts. Because you're going to be active in the summer, and you're going to need your head to dissipate the heat that's building up in your body as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
In the wintertime, you can grow it back to keep your head warm. Well, irregardless of whether it came from a bat to a pangolin to us, or it came out of some Frankenstein monster's lab, it's here. We got to deal with it. We can worry about conjecturing later whether or not it was man-made or natural, and then we can prosecute those involved. But for now,
right.
We need to worry about the poops here, and the poop has hit the oscillating instrument to a degree, and we need to do our best to help those around us. A, stay sane. B, not panic. And C, if you have the ability to help some of them out. Hence why we are of the preparedness mindset, emergency planning in advance, if you will. I like that better than prepper. We are emergency planners of an advanced situation.
I'm just a plain old survivalist. But if you have older people or people who are living by themselves, be sure to call them once a day and do the rounds because I have a phone tree. I've been doing that this morning. That's why I took a nap. I called everybody in my church group, make sure everybody's nice and safe. It doesn't take that long. You just pick up the phone and call them.
Hey, Al, I have issues with my hands not working very well. I don't hold this tiny little thing for more than 3 minutes if I can help it.
Yeah, I know. I have the same problem.
I get to the point where I just want to throw the phone and not answer it no more.
You don't have a headset for it?
No, that thing's so old it's got dinosaur poo on the inside still. Get it cleaned out.
Yeah, most of my phones have a headset adapter, a jack.
Yes.
As my left hand's all screwed up.
Kathy has it right. We are now part of the EPA. Only our acronym stands for Emergency Planners in Advance.
Yeah. I'm just double checking in a few things on my other my tablet, and it's getting pretty weird.
AJ, to be perfectly honest, I will say the same thing I told my neighbor. Stay at home. Don't let nobody in your house. Make the phone calls if you have to talk to people. If you got appointments, cancel them if they can be canceled, or make sure that when you go there, you're one of the very few people there. Take a mask, and that includes visiting family members. I mean, right now, I would rather err on the side of caution and be laughed at when this is all over with than not err on the side of caution and be in my casket.
Yep.
I know that sounds kind of taboo in a sense, but that's the way we all have to consider this now. Even if your county or state is not under full lockdown, you, as a person of an emergency preparedness mindset, should already be on lockdown, doing as little outside of the house as possible.
Yeah, my nephews are worried about me because I have two problems. I'm over 60 and I have a lung condition, so I have
Well,
to be.
the new information coming out of the US is that 50% are over 50 and 50% are under 50. Okay, the US is actually giving up some of the real numbers, unlike the WHO and CDC. So,
Not coughing because it's
I can tell that's a wet cough, not a dry cough. There's a distinct difference. So, just
in a few minutes I got to take this thing again, so I'm not too happy about it.
They're on the side of caution, folks. I don't want to see nobody's obituary show up in my feed anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the same because I don't want y'all having to read about. Well, y'all won't read about me, but yeah, I just won't be here no more. Because nobody will care enough to post on my Facebook page, "Hey, Dave dead."
Yeah, me, I'm just dark because I have technical issues and a few other things. So I'm staying dark until this has calmed down a bit. So not doing any videos.
Well, Jay, you know what? I'll say a prayer for him too. I don't know him, but I'll still say a prayer for him. And that's something else we all need to think about too in this situation is being preparedness minded as praying. And I had to make a hard choice the other day, telling my neighbor's little boy he couldn't play with my son until I knew I didn't say it till I knew their house was clean, but I just said they couldn't play because mommy and him had been gallivanting all over the country. So she messaged me today and said, "Look, I have completely sanitized my entire house." Walked in, it smelled like a hospital. So I knew she had. I said, "Well, okay." Charles took a bath, her boy took a bath, and now they're playing. We just got to take a common sense approach to this.
Yeah.
And being preparedness minded, that's the way we should be doing it anyway.
Oh, you're back.
Hey.
Welcome back. We went down a couple different rabbit holes. We left you on top side to keep watch, and now we're coming back up to visit you.
Okay. All right. So what I was trying to bring up before I stepped out with a little emergency was in response to I even forget now who said they needed an oil lamp. So this is my video on how to make oil lamps.
Yeah. That was Loaves and Fishes.
Yeah. Loaves and Fishes. Yeah. Loaves and Fishes Life. So. All right. So, this is video number 146.
We came up with a new acronym.
Okay.
We are not preppers.
What are we?
We are emergency planners in advance.
EPA. No, the EPA has too much bad connotations.
Yeah, but that's why we make sure they understand our 3 letters stand for.
Yeah. The next big explosion of spreading. Yeah, it'll be. Yeah, exactly, Jay. It's going to be. Yeah. All righty. So, anyways,
kind of strange heavens. It's not like he's showing his own video. It's like he's showing somebody else's video.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the evil twin.
Oh, how about ape? Advanced preparations for emergencies. We are now part of ape. That works too.
Yeah,
Hey,
no
they call
government,
it
no
crazy.
no government agency would want to claim ape.
All the more reason for us to use it then.
Yeah. Yeah, 7 essentials. Kenny Rogers died today.
Yeah, he was 81.
Yeah. Wrong. Wrong blue healer. You have to call me, since I shaved, you got to call me Tarzan, hairless ape. Hey, I read my Edgar Rice Burroughs novels when I was a kid. All righty. So that was just one, actually what Loaves and Fishes mentioned there about the oil lamps. That's something else to get prepared for. And heck, guys, they're really easy to make, really simple. If you want to make a bunch of them, seriously, I ordered off of Amazon. It came fairly quickly. A 20 pack of these. Let me pull one out here. These are the 1/4 inch TEE nuts.
Okay.
And this is what I used. What I did is in the lid on the like whatever type of jar I'm going to use, whether I'm going to actually use a canning lid jar or one of those 1/4 turn bayonet ones that are like you get from the Classico spaghetti sauce, which is a mason jar, but it's got the funky lid on it. You just drill a hole big enough to use like a step drill to get this to go through. You put it through there, you pound it through so the little brads stick up through the metal lid, and you just bend them over. Then you get yourself some.
I have to laugh at what Julie just put on the Discord server, seeing as how y'all ain't watching it. So, Miss Julie, please post that over here so everybody else can get a giggle out of
it. Yeah, George of the Jungle. Yeah, that's the way I feel sometimes, like George of the Jungle. And you just then you get your 1/4 inch, not 1/4 inch. It's the next like 7/16 all cotton clothesline rope, and you just stick it through there and cut it off the length. And then you put the lid on there. Fill your jars up with either diesel fuel or kerosene, practically the same thing. And or you can cut it with some vegetable oil and make it go farther, and you'll get a nice flame out of it, nice little light.
Julie, if people wouldn't take offense to it, I'd actually post that entire statement on Facebook, but I'm sure I'd be put in Facebook jail faster than I can say what happened. Oh, I have to do this, so give me a moment. Can't shut that off yet.
I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. I guess he's wanting us to know who. That sounds familiar, like someone said that. So let me put it up there so everyone can see it. Oh, it jumped. Sorry. Actually, what I have here is a bottle of 90% alcohol. Everything got a good spray down. This is the second time I filled it for everything in here.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. What now?
Share.
Oh. I should have told me. I could have put that on that too. All right, here we go.
The poo has hit the oscillating device. Now that we've had a good moment's laughage.
Yeah.
Well, you were busy doing something else. I figured out, I was capable.
Yeah.
I'd go ahead and do it too,
Oh, yeah. Advance prep for emergencies when the stuff hits the fanny. Or as my one boss used to say, the defecation has made contact with the rotary oscillator. Time to call in the Marines, because that's the sound it makes.
I think Will has a pretty good just-in-time prepping. Has a question?
Yep, put it up there. Yeah, I was up at Cabela's here in Idaho Falls, which is a big hunting, open carry, free, no permit for concealed carry state, and they had a lot of ammunition still. Some of the more popular stuff was out. They'd just gotten a big supply of 9mm, all assortments brought in. They had plenty of 22s, 22 Magnums, 38s, 357s. They had boatloads of 308s, they had tons of 308, 12 gauge, 20 gauge, 16 gauge, 28 gauge, 410. They were loaded for bear. But when you consider how many shells they had that were still empty, it's like they got hit, but hey, they're packing it in there as fast as they can. Jay, yeah, you're right.
I'm just double checking on something.
Ammo over by us.
If you have a Democratic governor, this is joint by Democratic governors. I think 8 to 12 states are banning sales of guns and ammo until the emergency is over.
They don't realize that's already getting challenged.
I found it funny because Corleone Noir posted something about it. He said it's funny that all those people 2 weeks ago were calling us crazy for wanting those guns, now want those guns and are being PO'd because they're finding out just exactly how hard it is for them to get those guns because they want it now, not 10 days from now. Or 15 days from now for the pistols waiting period. Mm-hmm. Or 30 days if you're in a certain state, but or not at all if you're in a certain city. Chicago. Yet the gang members there have more pistols than the police. Yeah, they got more bigger rifles and fully autos than the police.
I think they have also a couple of rocket launchers.
Yeah, exactly. So tell me how gun control is supposed to work.
I haven't figured it out yet. I can't answer you.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Tibor's right. It won't fly. There's going to be so many. There's going to be lawsuits from businesses saying that they're impeding their function totally. They're not giving the option to do takeout or delivery only.
You're forgetting one key fact in that statement. This is considered an emergency situation. All standard laws and rules no longer apply in this situation. A lot of the laws that you have come to expect and respect and require in your life are gone.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Look up the Emergency Powers Act and look at everything it takes over.
Yeah.
Trump has already basically signed in the Emergency Powers Act by signing in the fact that he can now call upon secondary manufacturers to increase the supply of the mandatory needed items we have to have for hospitals.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a War Powers Act that has been re-signed back into action. Everything else now following is going to be more and more draconian in process in order to get this under control. If we keep having those bozos down in Florida partying on the beaches like there ain't no tomorrow.
Yeah.
For them,
well, the thing is, they're using the War Powers Act, but even still, there is legal ways to get certain things overturned that to have nothing to do with this emergency, such as banning purchasing of firearms. Has nothing to do.
Claim it under national safety.
No, yeah. They'll throw that out. That'll get tossed out so friggin' fast.
It's not going to get thrown out until this is over.
Yeah,
they can stop it for right now. And there's nothing these companies can do until this is over with. Then they can sue the government for the money they've lost. But until this crisis is done,
yeah, no, they can sue right now. They can sue right now.
But
yeah,
that's the point. Until this is over and done with, however long it takes, no judge is going to hear the case because those judges are stuck at home. No attorneys are going to take the case because those attorneys are stuck at home. So they're
Yeah.
going to spend $50, $20, $200,000 to prosecute this or put this case in front of a judge, and they're going to wait a year. And then the judge is just going to throw it out. We all know how government works, guys. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I know what I would be doing if I was still in California, still working for DHS. I'd be stopping by the governor's office and arresting him for treason.
Well, that would be ideal
Mm-hmm.
and beautifully to watch. Unfortunately, that state is now run by people of the opposite mental persuasion.
It doesn't matter. He wouldn't be tried there. He would be taken and placed in Guantanamo for safekeeping.
But I'm just saying, there's too many people around him that wouldn't let it happen.
Well, they had no choice. When a DHS SWAT team comes in and takes him from his home in the middle of the night.
That would be hilarious. I mean,
yes, it would.
That would be depressing. I mean, come on now. Do you wish that upon your worst enemy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Children, have I not taught you forgiveness?
Hey, to quote Governor Nuisance, whether you like it or not, this is what we're going to do. And so that's, if I was still there, that's what we would be doing. All right, Tibor, you said the company that made Perel just got sued. For what? Not making enough?
Probably somebody in the white snowflake department got their tidy whities and upwards. They didn't make enough. I'm suing. Kind of like the lady that sued me.
Lord.
Hot cup of coffee between her legs.
All right. Jay's making his jokes again. Tibor, I'm not scared of martial law. I'm not married.
Same here.
Okay.
But I do have a baggie I want to show y'all. So I'm going to have to go get it. So I'll be right back.
All right.
So far, it's been a pretty good.
I would love, I wish, but I'm not, so I can't. I'm not going to do that. All I know is that some of the guys there would be. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see several governors taken into custody over this. I would not be surprised. That one of the fans sued Coke because she drank so much and died. Okay, in a sec. I was trying to. So they're someone's suing them over false claims of 99% of germs. What is this? This just close. 99% of germs, not bacteria, not viruses, germs. Germs are much bigger and easier to kill.
Yep.
Yeah. Go back down and see what else is going on here. Oh, yeah. Oh, a baggie. And in blue here says dime or SOP, dime or a nickel baggie. Oh,
Lord.
Not sure if you can hear this.
Okay, Gil, I got to give up for a little while. My friend is killing me. So I'll catch everybody later. Stay safe, stay indoors, stay away from people.
Yeah.
Bye, folks. Bye, Gil. Bye, Dave. You want to come?
Later. Yeah. There's no. Yeah. I agree with you, Jay, but we'll have to see how it plays out because the courts have done some really stupid things on like the manufacturer of the mobile home that was sued because the idiot lady thought that cruise control, and this was years ago, cruise control meant she just pushed that and it was an autopilot. Even though people knew that cruise control was just setting the cruising speed. And she got up, walked in the back and make coffee in her brand new mobile RV, mobile home, whatever you want to call it, RV, went and wrecked and everything. So, yeah. So you never can tell what sort of idiots are going to pop into a judge's place there on certain things. But so, anybody have any other fun stuff that might be prove why a person who doesn't think they are a prepper are really a prepper?
Bye, Al. Okay, see, this year I'm fully prepared.
This was not Jay. This was before Tesla was even a company. This was like back in the early 2000s, late 90s, where she bought the RV and thought that cruise control meant it had an automatic pilot. Because they specifically didn't say, oh, this is not an automatic pilot. Cruise control is just setting the speed, even though it's been around for decades before that.
Okay, see, I'm fully prepared this year to do some planting. I have 3 main varieties. I have some old Japanese style. I have some old Japanese style. I have a couple from Germany. And I got some good old-fashioned American here. So I got plenty of seeds to plant this year, folks. So I am prepping.
Yeah.
Gil's seen my whole layout. I mean, he knows I got a couple seeds.
Yeah, Tibor's saying that the courts are still operating because of the lawsuits that are going forward right now.
They won't be in another month.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got else here. Oh, come on, sorry. Okay, what was that off of? We gotta go back up. And it's all of a sudden chat just started going. Somewhat good grief. Of course, still operating. Prototype brew healer. I'm not thinking. I am a. And Will's still saying he's not a stinking prepper. I know you're not a stinking prepper. That's you've used some of Julie's soap, so you're a good smelling prepper.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they are. So is my seed implementation tool.
Yeah, Tibor says he's not a prepper. He's a collector of useful stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, Jay. Yeah, if she watched Airplane, she'd know there's no such thing as autopilot. And Julie wants to know if those are vacuum sealed.
Yep. Yeah, Mama Z, my pastor ran into a similar issue. He couldn't find anything he wanted. Nothing. All out everywhere. Most mail order places are either not selling them completely or
come on. Man, this thing just jumps so fast. There it is. You might be a prepper if you have 100,000 rounds of ammo.
Nah, not that much. Come on over, Julie. Come on over.
Having medication when you're in the middle of nowhere. Yep. Yep, Lori. Lori, when did Lori come in? After I ran the
intro.
After I did the intro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how many people are? All right, let me throw that intro back again here.
Oh, here we go again.
Burf. All right, ready to laugh? I need to camp all those needful things. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to stream, and go ahead and
rewind.
Okay, so why is that bar here not going away? I don't know why it's not going away. My little thing. Okay, so you might be a prepper if you're watching this video. Wait a minute. Let me get that down. There we go. If you're watching this video. Okay, Tibor, yes, you are Barney Fife. Might be prepper if you add items to your store-bought first aid kit. Because, hey, it just doesn't have everything. If you buy extra of an item when it's on sale, I believe you might be a prepper if you have a full chest freezer or two. You might be a prepper if your pantry was full before the nutcases started hitting the stores. I believe you might be a prepper if you had 2 gallon bottles of bleach before this happened. You might be a prepper if you have new clothes that you haven't worn yet. We believe you might be a prepper if you own a dehydrator or a freeze dryer, or both, Anthony. You might be a prepper if you have 2 or more firearms.
And to add to that, you might be a prepper if you have several baggies of seeds.
Uh-huh. I believe you might be a prepper if you have a garden with a different type of seed.
Oh, man.
You might be a prepper if you already had 6 jumbo packs of TP before the virus came. I believe you might be a prepper if you watch Asymmetrical Preparedness. You might be a prepper if you keep your gas tank at least half full. We believe you might be a prepper if you watch The Green Wizard.
No, Jay, there's not.
You might be a prepper if you have 2 or more 4-packs of disinfectant wipes already. We believe you might be a prepper if your home has 4 or more wheels and a hitch. You might be a prepper if you've agreed with what we've said so far. I believe you might be a prepper if you saved all the old baby clothes, just in case. You might be a prepper if you own a water bath canner or a pressure cooker or both.
Anthony, we were
just talking about you right now. You might be, if you own a water bath canner or a pressure canner or both, you might be a prepper. Does that count you in, Anthony? Look at all the check marks Kathy's putting up there.
Mm-hmm.
You might be a prepper if you laughed at all those buying just toilet paper and not food. Anthony says, I own both times 3. You might be a prepper if you store alcohol and you don't drink.
You could say the same about tobacco on that one.
True. If you have a bunch of tobacco and coffee, if you have a bunch of coffee stored and you don't drink coffee.
Don't tell me you're hoarding coffee. I might come visit.
You might be a prepper if you laughed at most of these jokes. So let me go ahead and do this since Al stepped out.
Uh-oh. Now what?
All right. Anybody else want to? Where to go? It was there. Oh, okay. That's what happened.
Hey, Kathy, you better put some coffee in that house if you expect me and Charles to come visit. Just may take me 2 years to walk there, but you better get some coffee in that house.
Lori immediately popped up. Long walk, Dave. Good luck.
Hey, I know how to get up there. I know the back roads, and I know how to avoid the worst city in between us, Chicago.
Oh, you've had a long day. Was that at work or was that at the place there, Anthony? I'm making wine. Don't drink and grow tobacco, and don't smoke. So you're growing tobacco and you're making wine. And when it comes to coffee, if you're going to store some, get the get the bean, get whole beans, and that little can of argon you can get off of Amazon for wine stuff preserving, and you just fill the bag full of the argon gas, and then you vacuum seal it down tight, toss it in the freezer. It'll keep for ages. All right, there's Loaves and Fishes on coffee.
Hence my freedom seeds. I don't plan on using them, but I am prepared in case I have to use them. I'd rather not have to.
Yep, that's right, Kathy. I mean, Lori.
But see, there's another side to that as well. If you want to barter with somebody and make sure they continue to come back to you to barter for other stuff, then you go to the store and buy those little Folgers instant 1-cup packets. They'll store for 2 years with no problem. I've opened up a pack that was 2 years old, and the coffee still tasted like Folgers. Anyway, don't care for Folgers if you can't tell.
But hey, after 3 months without coffee, would you care for Folgers?
Why do you think I have some stored in my bag?
Yeah.
When there's been no coffee for like 5 days, one of those is going to taste like filet mignon.
And they'll probably keep longer if you keep them in the freezer.
I don't know about that. They're in a very cold area as it is.
Yeah. Kicking horse grizzly claw.
Sounds like chewing tobacco.
Or a new type of coffee.
I would actually like to get some Black Rifle coffee in those little instant 1-cup packs. I wish they do that. I might actually try and set aside some funds to buy some.
Grow.
No, it's just straight vacuum sealed.
Ooh, grizzly.
And they're kept in a moisture-free environment. Oh, Laura Jean says they're coffee.
Coffee. White family wants to know, did you put argon gas in with your freedom seeds to preserve it?
Just straight moisture-free environment.
Coffee. Yeah.
Yes, Jay, there sure will be. That's why I have coffee put back. I ain't worried about smokes. I ain't worried about that either. It's about what I got here right now, Kathy, I think. Let me check my mobile weather device.
Yeah. And according to the National, it's 41 degrees out.
I could take a nap while mine's working. Oh, I'm 3 degrees warmer than you. I'm 33.
Yeah, Kathy, Lori's right, but Jay said, that'll be funny and scary at the same time. When the coffee runs out and the cigarettes, and everybody's going to be a lot of jittery and irritable people around.
Hey, folks, what do you think? It just finished.
Hang on, let me put it up there a little bit bigger. There you go.
What you think? Look good? I had to redo the font, Gil, because the one that I had you fix for me, that's what it turned out to be. That's how the font turned out. Really hard to read.
Okay.
So
yeah, I was beginning to worry about that.
Yeah, I didn't know how bad it was going to be until I actually did it, because in the picture it looked fine, but with the charring marks of the wood burning, it was unreadable. So
yeah.
But I'm going to be making these here soon, and hopefully, and trying to sell them. Not that anybody's going to have any money shortly. So I can actually hear things.
Yeah, that's the T-board. That's what the what's his name on Suspicious Observers was saying. Is the weather is going really wacko crazy, and that the Rockies are getting hit with a lot of snow and cold weather, and it's going to be moving east for the next several days. Actually, it's already been moving east for the last day. Well, let me go ahead and move that down. Okay, I want to check one other thing here for you guys, just for laughs and giggles.
Don't feel bad, Mama Z. I'm not getting any of it either. Those who are currently working and paying taxes are the only ones eligible to receive. Disabled people are SOL. Those on Social Security are SOL because their checks aren't supposed to change.
All right, let's see what we got here. Interesting.
See what?
Okay, I was looking for the 72-hour bucket that Mountain House puts out.
Yep.
And started noticing I do not see any of the blue Amazon stuff, but they have instead is free delivery for Amazon Prime members, but it's not that guaranteed 2-day delivery.
Right. Did you check the box at the top for Prime only? Click. Sorry, we have no results.
Yeah, one came up, but it says other choices. The free the ice cream sandwich.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what? In about 3 weeks, people are going to be screaming for something like that. They probably give you their right kidney for it.
Yeah. 72. Come on, put it on the front here. Come on. 72 hour bucket. Let's see what that says. Yeah. No, we got August and farms popping up, but nothing for, and it says currently unavailable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of companies are unavailable. They literally ran out of stock.
Yep. What condition is the kidney in, though? I have 2 kidneys. I don't need any more at this point. SSD. Yeah, it's SSD. It's guaranteed. I actually do not want to give up freezers. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've had for over a year sitting out in one of the cargo containers, another chest freezer still in its packaging, unused, and we pulled that out a couple days ago, Monday, and or Tuesday, and plugged it in, and it's full too now. Because what's going on around here is with my daughter going to be going into labor in a couple weeks, or 2.5 weeks or so, supposedly. We'll see what we wanted to have more stuff in there just in case, and so when my wife comes up, one of the things she's going to start doing is start cooking up stuff. We got the seal meal. That's the other thing. You might be a prepper if you have a seal meal or 2. Yes, we got 2 of them. Yes.
Here is Thrive Life, Miss Julie inquired of. As you can see, it says some items are sold out. This is all they've got in stock. That's it. Oh, I take it back. They got fruits here too. So you got some apples.
Hey, freeze-dried apple is yummy. It's a great snack. Bananas.
Yep. Apricots, applesauce, nanners,
Bla-
blueberries, sweet cherries. They got their fruits in stock. It looks like by the sides of the bar over here being really tiny, they do have a lot of stock, but it's in things that I've never heard of. Ravi. And that's energy stuff. I can tell just by Boost, Focus. So it's not something we would want. Asparagus, broccoli. Yes, I'm saying it wrong on purpose, folks.
Okay.
Mashed taters, squash, more Ravi crap. Cereals and grains. So they do have us, but these are the number 10 cans.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, whoa, out of stock, out of stock. Okay, I guess.
Yeah, look to see which ones are in stock. Yeah.
Yeah, basically everything's out of stock, folks. Oh, tomato slices freeze dried they have.
Yeah, I've been to the birthing coach classes, and I got my little certificate card for natural childbirth coach, and then all the first aid emergency birthing classes I've taken, and all the other fun stuff.
So that's what they had, a little bit of nothing in stock. Actually, Harvest Right is most affordable. That being a subjective term.
Yeah.
If you have $3,000 laying around, then it's affordable.
Yeah. Yeah, probably the best freeze dryer out there that for normal people to get is from
Harvest Right.
Harvest Right, yeah. Harvest Right.
Now I get an email from them about once a month.
So do I.
They're saying, hey, guess what? This one's on sale. Hey, guess what? I'm a YouTuber and I don't get no money. Can you send me one? I have not gotten a response back yet. Dang them.
All right. What is Seal Meal?
A vacuum sealer.
Yeah. So.
And Lori, I don't have that problem here. I have lots and lots of planes and other aircraft flying overhead.
So, Lori, this is Seal Meal. They got basically put whatever's in there and it sucks all the air out, sucks it down tight. And then you can toss it in the fridge or freezer. And especially for meats, that protects it from freezer burn. And there are different brands on it. I forget what the brand we have. Yeah.
There's
Food Saver. Food Saver is a brand we have.
Yeah, there's as many brand names of those as there are different types of canning jars.
Yeah. Which means there's only about 5.
Good ones, yes.
Yeah.
All the rest are cheap Chinese knockoffs that don't work with the Diddley Squad. I was stupid and bought one of them. It lasted about a week and then it died. So I took it outside and ran it over with the neighbor's car.
Yeah. So yeah, seal meals are great. At Scout Camp, we used to put beef stew in it and suck it down, and until it got to that point where the liquid got up there and hit instant seal button on it, so it'd seal it nuts and stop sucking more out of it, but it'd suck all the air out of it, and we'd make a bunch of them in advance for the Scout Camp. But yeah. Yeah, Seal Meal was the first one, and vacuums. And the Food Saver was the second brand that came out. And those are your 2 most popular ones for that. But it's great for herbs and stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Dehydrate your herbs. Use something to dice them and slice them into teeny little pieces, and put them in a baggie.
Yeah. But with the Seal Meal bags, if they're done right, You can take that bag then afterwards, and basically like you put fully cooked beef stew in it, seal it up, put it in the freezer. You got to have it. You pull it out, drop it in a pan of hot water, boiling water, and just let it heat it up. And then you take it out, cut it open, and you got yourself servings.
Kathy, he is here in the Buckeye State just like me, only he's further north than I am. Blue Healer, to answer that question, nope. As far as dehydrators, I recommend something with the heater and the fan at the back side of it, so it blows this way across your food instead of either from the bottom or the top like a lot of the round ones are. Mine is a Weston, and it has the heater element and fan at the back side of it. So all the trays are like this. The wind blows from the back side across to the front. That way everything's getting an equal amount of heat and air. You do beef jerky in 6 hours, where some of the round ones take 7.5 to 8. They didn't learn a lesson. There's no money for them to bring it back. They make 10 times more money by letting it be made overseas and selling it here in the US at a higher profit. They make it here in the US, they can't make that profit. It's all about the profit margin. Here in the US, they have to pay their workers 10 times as much. Therefore, their profit margin is cut right down into a little teeny sliver. Employees aren't going to take less money to make the stuff. So it's not going to bring it back.
And the only thing that will bring it back is if the government starts heaping massive amounts of taxes on the imports,
or tax, credit for those industries coming back. And I'm not a pessimist. I'm a realist. That's the real thing. I mean, go study your Fortune 500 companies. They're making more profits now because 90% of what they're doing is overseas, selling here at the same price.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing bad about jars is earthquakes.
I don't have no stinking earthquakes, as he says that the New Madrid fault breaks and Ohio shakes.
Exactly. But yeah, and so some of the stuff you can use in the food truck you put in the vacuum bags, just can be stuff that like you can put flour in there, different grains and stuff. There's a whole bunch of dry, doesn't need to be cooked stuff you can put in there. Your beans and stuff.
Yep, I have flour, I have noodles, I have beans, I have rice. I'm going to have to come up with some very unique menus if it gets to that point, but I'll come up with something.
Yeah.
Kid might not like it at first, but when he finds out that's the only thing he's going to get to eat for the next 4 days, he'll eat it.
Yep.
Or he'll just go hungry. I mean, I don't care. I'll eat it in front of him. Yum, 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 yum. Whether I like the taste or not, I'll pretend I do.
If those in charge of the companies could learn essential stuff like pharmaceuticals would come back with the right tax incentives. Yeah, with the right tax incentives or the right taxes being put on the imports to make it non-profitable to do the imports.
No, they'll do what they've been doing. Look at the price of the EpiPen. Now, it is manufactured here in the U.S. They jacked the price up from $50 to $500. I can't afford the dang things no more.
Yeah.
That's why I have one that's 2 years old. Or I should say 2
years. Our beans and all right, for the bulk beans and rice that we have, we got the 5-gallon buckets, put the gamma lids on it, poured it in there, a couple of dehydrating packs, oxygen absorbers, sealed the lid up, the lid up tight. We've got, those are all dated and stuff. But what I want to do for longer term stuff is actually get a nitrogen bottle, and a big, nitrogen bottle for welding stuff, and fill all, put it on a slow, not, I don't want to say a leak, but just so it's just barely putting out it, put it in a tube at the bottom, pour the stuff in, and then just let it sit there for a couple of minutes and hold a match. You put like a lighter above it or a candle above it. When the candle goes out, you need, all the oxygen's gone out and it's full, and the container's full of nitrogen. You then put the lid on, and it's good to go.
T-Boy, they're still out of my reach.
Yeah.
My insurance doesn't cover them. Do not snort nitrogen. Oh, come on, man. I hear it's a great high. It's like eating Tide Pods.
Well, actually, right now, you're breathing more nitrogen than you are oxygen in the atmosphere. Dave, on the EpiPens, have you checked with some of those programs to see if they, if they will make...
My doctor, not having been a doctor from my youth, and I have no verifiable proof because the medical records in the hospital that I was born in, Madison Heights, Michigan, burned down back in the mid-70s. There is no record of me being allergic to bees. Therefore, I cannot get an EpiPen because there's no medical proof. So unless I feel like getting stung and then getting rushed to the hospital within 30 minutes before I die from anaphylactic shock, I'm not going to get one.
Well,
Ohio has made some things near impossible to get. You got all these doctors saying, well, if you can, get 3 months of your prescriptions. Guess what? In the state of Ohio, some prescriptions are limited to only 2 weeks worth of a shot. You ain't going to get 3 months. And that's because of the opioid epidemic here in Ohio. Ah, there's Mr. Sheriff. Good evening, sir. They don't like the fact that I can see them pulling anymore, I don't think. Yeah, he's going to the other end of the complex.
Yeah. Jay said the warning about snorting nitrogen was for the benefit of the snowflakes. The other thing you can put in too is nitrous oxide.
Dentist gas.
Yeah. Party gas. They used to have parties back in the pre 1900s, where they have they would bring in a bottle of nitrous oxide and everybody would
No, Jay, they don't wave at my camera because they know I see them anyway. They just assume as they pull in, Dave's watching.
Looks like the party gas.
Well, I can't tell you what he's doing before the stream started, but
Well, after taking 3 semesters of drama in college, it made me feel like I went to Berkeley.
But he is parked in front of the house, my complex's main office, which there's not anybody there anyway. They usually don't park where he's parked.
Yeah. All right.
I actually expect to see 1 or 2 more show up now because I already know what he's doing. No, I'm not telling you. That would be not a benefit for him.
Yeah.
Jay, are you trying to say you like having pork beans?
Check something else here out real quick. Okay. No, it's for later for the later broadcast. Okay. I just happened to notice as I was flicking tabs here, trying to get any other. Oh, there is some. Oh, guys, there is something I want to put out now for you. Let me throw the picture up here. Very important of the idiocies going around right now. Yes, and the scumbags that are doing this need to be taken out and publicly.
That's the simplest way to put it. If you're from the South, you'll know what I'm referring to, even though I personally
No. I got something even more important needs to be done to these people.
have no idea what Southern justice is.
Yeah, they need Apache justice.
No, I will tell you after the live stream ends, because I'm not going to say it on your live stream, but I'll tell you what Southern justice is. You are going to cringe.
It can't be any worse what the Aztecs used to do. They'd tie someone's arms apart on a board, have a bowed branch, tie the legs apart, have a spear, and put buckets of water and branches, and slowly add water to the bucket and up all the way up through it and out their neck over a period of a day and a half. And then they would leave them there for the next week. But here we go. All right. If you see these people coming to your door, knocking on your door and say, "Oh, we're from the health department. We're here to check to see if you have, we're checking for contaminations of the, you know what?" Close the door and say, "Sorry, I'm calling the police." Close the door and call the police immediately. There are scammers going out, groups of 2 to 4 people. They'll come in as soon as if they get entry into your home to check. They act like they got little devices. They all go to a different room instantly, so you can't follow them. And then they start ransacking your belongings and stealing jewelry and other stuff. So, if you see anybody walking around in Tyvek suits down the street together, going up to houses, call the cops immediately. But yeah, so yeah, there are a bunch of low-life scums out there scamming their way into people's homes and ripping them off. T-Boy, you made my day. Of course, someone else is responsible. Was it you, Dave, that said it? Tell them, "Oh, thank good you're here. Everybody's sick inside. We think we got it."
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah, someone said that, and they, the theory is the person's going to go, "Oh crap, we're out of here."
No, I'm the one that said I put a quarantine hazmat sticker on my door.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only thing. It's also happening here in the United States too. There are, if you're in a household and someone's positive, they're counting everybody, and you get sick, they're not testing you. You're just saying you got it. They're counting you as a confirmed case now. And Jay, it depends what happened to them before you took their respirators and masks. Okay, so yeah, don't want to get too much into this here. This is what we're going to be covering at 8 o'clock tonight, folks. That's a whole. Says Dave has a whole nother live stream going on.
Oh, I wish I could post this, but I can't. That would be violation of several rules, laws, and other things. No, I'm actually watching because one sheriff deputy was standing outside his vehicle and a car pulled up rather abruptly and a gentleman stopped out. I was about ready to go render assistance if needed. But then the sheriff deputy pulled up and that car left, so. And now they're actually walking up towards my building, not toward my door, but my building.
Tibor. Don't forget to do the come on in, guys. I've been waiting for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why the on the one. See if I can find it here real quick. Put that over here. Which one was that? Yeah, on H1N1, the CDC says approximately 59 million people had H1N1. No, they didn't, because there were only 265 confirmed cases. And even with those confirmed, that low number of confirmed cases and the deaths and stuff was only a 4.7% death rate, which is right where it was supposed to be at. So the CDC saying there were 59 million people that had it is BS. Because they said they're estimating.
Well,
So
my neighbor decided she wants to go stick her nose in the police business again.
oh,
everything okay? You guys okay? They're fine. Leave alone.
Tibor and Jay are going off the deep end here.
I see that. All right. It's just like the night a couple of months back, we had 5 sheriff's unit here. They were actually staging to do something, and all my neighbors decided they had to go outside and watch. And the police said, "Please go back into your apartments." And so everybody come up to me, Dave, what are they doing? Well, let's see. It looks like they're staging. They told everybody to go back in their apartments. And seeing as how you guys aren't doing it, they're going to have to leave. 2 minutes later, the cops left. They couldn't do what they had to do, which was actually raid an apartment in the back.
All right, we got Lori in trouble now, getting close to being in trouble. She's
laughing. Do not get her laughing that hard, please. She'll start spitting nose or milk through her nose, and that's a bad thing. Kathy, you're correct.
I can't respond to that one, Dave.
I can. I'm not going to. I just walk up to him and say, "Have y'all read this? It's a really cool book. Hey, you ought to read it. You ought to read it. Come on, you ought to read it." Act a little crazy. They'll leave.
Yeah.
I thought about doing that to Jehovah's Witness last time they showed up, but there were 2 young ladies who looked very innocent, and I was polite. If it had a bunch of older people who looked like they had a snide look on their face, I probably would have done that.
All right. So I think we kind of gotten off track here from what people do that, who think they are not a prepper, but they do stuff that is actually prepping.
Yeah.
Of course, behind us, above us here, and below us here.
I have a question.
A bunch of stuff. Oh, yeah.
Seems good name. Did you manage to get a copy of Mouse's pantry? She is going to get mad at you.
No, because I'm showing off her ribbon up there above, right
next to left side of your
head. Right there. Lori. I gotta get it.
Hey, Jay, that wasn't a cliff. It was actually a black hole. There is no end to the falling. You will fall forever. Until you're squished in a little teeny dot of nothing.
There's a good one. Michael's bringing us back here. All right. People that collect rainwater.
Sure, when we've only got a few minutes left.
Yeah, they set up the little things to collect rainwater for they're preparing for a little bit. It's a little bit of a preparedness. They've stepped over the line, and now you can push them a little bit farther along into getting more prepared.
No, Butch, that's not what they meant. Oh dear, how far the train has fallen off the track.
No, Butch, we were talking about the people coming around in Tyvek suits, the scammers trying to get into your home so they can rip you off, saying that they're there to test for the red hoozy magoozy going around.
Hey, Jay, did you not know that several years back, there is now provinces in Canada where you are allowed to be topless 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's legal. Yeah, it's a scary sight. Trust me. There are some things that the mind should never, ever see.
Uh,
I will always have those things anyway.
oh, I didn't know this one.
No, Lori Jean. No. It was many, many years ago, but there was provinces up here near Toronto that sued the province to allow them to be topless at all times, any time of the day, in their own yard, of course. They couldn't go into the bank and be topless, but they were allowed to be in their own yard topless. Unfortunately, I remember it because I had to drive through Toronto right after that came out on the news. And I'm going to estimate that let's see, 10, about 22 years ago. Now, that was 22 years ago, and it may have changed since then, but it was actually pretty big news here in the U.S. when it happened, at least in Michigan and Ohio.
Yeah. Well, it probably got overturned because
There are some things the mind should never, ever have to see.
yeah, exactly. And the little and parents and stuff suing on behalf of the little kids and stuff, seeing horrible sights. Like the 300-pound woman that wore a thong into Walmart.
Too late. This train has sailed so far off the track it has become a sailboat.
Yeah. And let's see. So in about an hour and 7 minutes, we're going to come back, and we're going to be discussing the red elephant in the room.
Elephant standing in the room, standing on top of all of our necks at the moment, waiting to push further down.
Hang on a second here. Get this going. There we go. It's coming. It's coming. Come on. Fire up. Fire up. Do it. There it is. And just got to make it the right size. So we are going to be discussing that. So we'll be back in. We'll be back in an hour, and we'll be talking about that. So everybody, take a break. Go out. Get some. If you haven't had something to eat, have dinner. If you have had dinner, go have dessert.
I'm gonna eat my dinner cold now.
All right.
I sacrificed just for you guys. I hope you appreciate it.
And so, with this, we're going to go ahead and call it an evening for the Are You a Prepper? And we will see you in an hour.